what I'm saying? And, you know, brothers got precept to add to it. We're gonna get it like that, then we gonna, you know.
That's it. I'm finna check. We live. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We are the Hebrew Israelites coming in week in and week out. Prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass queendom that y'all know is Babylon the Great, man. Oh, well, what y'all know is America, but we know it is Babylon the Great, man. You know, before we get started, we're going to give infinite honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah,
double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole elect out there.
Shalom.
Shalom. And as y'all can see by the title, man, just be mindful. And we're just going to get straight to it. Brother, give me Amos 3:3.
This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 3, and we read, can two walk together except they be agreed?
Hell no. We just seen that from this past weekend, man. If you're not in agreement with someone, you can't. There's no way that you can walk together, man. There's no way that y'all could be on the same boat, man, with things, man. And it just showed that last week by you're gonna end up being a carnal ass nigga, man, and doing carnal things. You see? Because you can't walk together with someone that does not have the same perception, the same mind up. Well, for this case, the same doctrine as you, man. Get that Romans 8:6, brother.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6, and it reads, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
And see, by them two camps, you see, they showed that they are carnal minded. They don't have the light. They don't have the spirit, man. What they have is darkness, ignorance, man. Acting like fools out there, man. Talking over each other. Nobody can get nothing out. What you was gonna be BS anyway because it wasn't 100% doctrine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to be spiritually minded, you're supposed to be spirit first at all times. Man. You're supposed to think by the spirit, man. You don't supposed to lean upon your own understanding, man, and just go off and do what you feel or what you feel like is right, man. You know, you got to go by the spirit with things, man. That's life and peace.
Hey, this quick precept back in the brother. This is Ephesians 5. I'm gonna start at 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, and we understand the world's teaching. You know, it teaches you to go off of your impulse, your flesh, what you feel and what you think is right and acceptable. Okay, it says, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience, man. And the world teaches you to disobey the Lord, man. Everything that Esau sets up, you know, with even using our people, that black culture shit, you know, 2/3 of our people, so-called 2/3 of our people, you know, the music, you know, the bullshit, the movies and all that, that's set up to destroy you, man, to teach you the ways of disobedience, man. That's set up to have you going into a way, going down a path of rebelliousness, man, to make war with your power, man. And Esau knows these things, man, because those elites know the scriptures, man. They know the scriptures, man. But they in such a strong delusion to think that they can combat the Lord, man. That's not so, man. So with us, start with our apostles and elders on down to his younger brothers, teaching this truth, giving you the 100% truth, no cut, the straightest skin, as the elder brother Yakinan like to always say out there in New Orleans. You know, hey, man, you should take heed to it, man, because what do we have to gain personally from lying to you and deceiving you and scratching your motherfucking itching ears, man? Nothing. We all seeking the same thing, salvation, man. That comes with nothing but 100% truth, man. Starting our apostle elders on down. It says, be not ye therefore partakers with them. Don't give into that. Don't entertain that bullshit, man. Okay? Decipher. The scriptures teach us how to decipher, to discern, to filter right and wrong. To know our place and our position as being Israelites, man. Israelite men starting off with, man. And our job is what? To serve the Lord, man. Okay? Being mindful of what we're doing, man. Okay, no matter what the situation may be, man, the Lord give us the comfort. We just got to apply. We just got to, just take heed to it, man. And be patient when we change to a lower state. Suffer it. The Lord going to make it right. He going to make it better. You know, but what it says in Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, wisdom is going to try you, man. But then when she sees she could trust, when the Lord can trust you through the Spirit, you know, see that you will stand up, you have integrity, the Lord reveal unto you more secrets, man. To give you more understanding. But it ain't gonna be the first or the last time that these things happen to you, man. Because as you level up, man. That comes with pressure. That comes with a test of your integrity. That comes with you showing your diligence to make your call and election sure. Just like when you go to school, you got a 9 weeks exam, 2nd weeks exam, all these old different exams, man. You got that final exam. Okay, that comes with testing you, trying you, see what you've been doing on your off time, on your leisure. Okay, same with the Lord and the Spirit, man. Look at it that way. Simplify it, to make it make sense. All right? For ye were sometimes in darkness. Like the brother was going into, these niggas in darkness, man, but we not. It says, but now are ye light in the Lord. But now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light. Walk in the Spirit. Move in the Spirit to the best of your ability. You fuck up, repent. That's still in the light because you realize you can see what you did wrong and correct it. When you're in the dark, you don't see where you tripping at, stepping at. What's on the writing on the wall, or you don't see none of these things. But when you're in the light, you should be able to recognize, man, and correct. All right. It says, for the fruits of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of the darkness, but rather reprove them. And that's what you see us doing, starting our apostles and elders on down to us younger brothers of GMS. When brothers make videos, when brothers getting on the dock, teaching the correct doctrine. That's reproving, man, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. The unfruitful works, proving them that they're wrong, that that's bullshit. Whether they were here, whether they for bell, but we doing our job to the best of our ability. Again, starting with our apostles and elders on down to us younger brothers, man. It says, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. And we see what they doing in the light, like the brother was saying, 2 camps, fighting and brawling, going against one another. Just imagine, we ain't even gotta imagine it. But just what they doing, what we see in the light of what they doing on camera with no shame, no discretion. Shit, you can only imagine what the fuck they doing off camera, man, and how they operate. It ain't in the spirit. We know that for a fact, because everything happens in the spirit first, through our understanding, and then it manifests over into the flesh. So that goes to show you nothing but bullshit, contention, strife in the midst of those guys, man.
That's right.
Okay, but you got it, bro. Salah. Yeah.
Anybody got a precept?
Very short one. This is James chapter 1, verse 19, and we read, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And so this thing is not about just, acting like it's not about acting like you tough or anything like that, about acting cool or walking around with your chest poked out. It's about the law, statutes, and commandments. This thing is about manners. It's about etiquette. All right? They're going about a situation in its proper way.
That's right.
All right? We're meant to be thinking and then acting people, not acting and then thinking. That doesn't show order. That doesn't show no type of mental intelligence, man. So, once again, James 1, and so we're ordered to do this. We're commanded to do this. Men of the Lord should act like this, not having a big melee on the side of the street. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we're supposed to be acting. Once again, we're not tough guys.
Right.
All right, we're sheep. What's the attributes of a sheep?
Passive.
Passive, meek, docile, humble, using wisdom, because you know you're amongst wolves. So only way you're going to get from one side of the room to the other side of the room is learning how to move through a room full of vipers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that takes wisdom. Not walking around with your chest pumped and poked out.
Right.
That's not what we're supposed to do. So let me bring this back and then give it to a brother.
I'm going to add to that, though.
Okay.
Let me read it again.
This is James 1 and 19. Wherefore, my brethren, my beloved brethren, Salakia, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath. Be swift to hear and slow to speak. And that show you, too, by their actions, they need to go back to the drawing board and then relearn. Because that motto shit, men in the Lord don't supposed to be on that motto shit, man. That tough guy act, man. We ain't gangsters, we prophets of the Lord, man. We're supposed to move like that, man. Supposed to move accordingly, man. Because what the scripture said in Romans 8 and 6, man. Be carnally minded. That motto shit gonna get you killed, man. Or gonna get you beaten or in prison. I mean, regardless, you still dead. When you sitting there locked in that little ass cell, what can you do? You spiritually dead. You can't do anything, man. So it's countless times it's shown, man, being carnal where it gets you, man. You know, and like the brother said, you go back to the drawing board. You need to rethink and reevaluate yourself. And then what you did was make this look bad, man. You made this truth look bad.
Right.
Y'all, and the whole point of that shows that these are still babies out here going out there trying to be great men. You know?
That lets you know you need to reassess who talking,
Right.
who they follow,
Mm-hmm.
who lead them.
Mm-hmm.
And what we see, you know, just us speaking as, you know, what we see, just speaking plainly, like, whoever leading you, they're not leading you the right way. They leading you carnally. They not leading you by the Spirit. Our apostle the other day, look, man, leave that bullshit alone. The scriptures even tell us, in Acts, it say if it be of men, even back then, if it be of men, you know, hey, shit, it come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you know, that's what it's gonna be. But leave those men alone. Don't even, man, we don't even need to, you know, we can use that many, but we don't even need the word. Like, we continue through what we've taught, our elders, who we follow through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That shit ain't. Well, we ain't steered wrong yet. You know, through all of the rebuke, the correction, the get right, the placement here, the placement that, it's all been on point, and it's all been full circle, as we like to say. And we always had examples of why.
Exactly.
You might not understand why this going on or why this being said right then and now, but be patient. And you wait it out, you will see like, okay, well, man, those are men of the Lord. Through your patience, you're able to see better, clear. Suffering it. You understand more through your suffering. Man, there's a reason why the men, we understand them. There's a reason why at the beginning, but we understand the reason why now.
That's right.
You brothers got it.
I got a
Oh, I was gonna add right quick. You know, scripture tell you, examine yourself, and you know, let you be a reprobate, man. And by you telling somebody to depart and come out of Babylon, by your actions, you shown that you still in Babylon. By that carnal action, fighting just because you didn't agree with this person, I'm finna hit him. He touched my chair, I'm finna hit him. That's not an action of a man of the Lord. That's not a spiritual man.
I mean, I just going to show you that they have the Babylonian clothing on their carnal mind. You got to preach about it.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, just touching on the basics, you know, like the apostles, like the brothers bringing forth. Hey, those men have not stirred us wrong yet, man. We following that example. Those are strict men. Those men follow the letter of the law to the best of their ability, and we see the good fruit that they produce. So going back to, like the elders say, you know, just going back to the basics. This is Matthew 22, and I'm gonna start at verse 36, and it reads, Master, which is the greatest commandments in the law? And this, you know, because we seen this mainly. We seen this, and do you not? The world sees it as well.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? And they sit back ready, you know, hey, I told you, you know. But like you said, the men of the Lord, like the brother just brought out in Acts, come of men, it's not gonna come to fruition. But if it's of the Lord, you know, we know that that's gonna come to fruition. You know, just in you know, small words. It says, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Verse 37, Yahweh Shah said unto him, and it's in red, so it is Yahweh Shah speaking. Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. Verse 38, it says, this is the first and great commandment. So if you love the Lord, you know what I'm saying, the second one goes hand in hand. You wouldn't be seeing none of that, you know. And for the most part, we don't see that shit amongst us, you know. Because we got structure, we got order, you know.
On camera, off camera.
On camera, off camera, we got respect. You follow what I'm saying? You know, you got common courtesy. You know, these things start at the house as well. It shows well, you know, how you was raised. You know, it says the first, and it's verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 38, and it says, and the second is likened unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There was no love shown out there. You know what I'm saying? It was petty as shifting a chair or something. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, that's malice, man. You let that shit spill out. Cause you had a a pastor or something that was recording it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You give an ammunition to these 2/3, man, you know, to come up against the truth. You know?
And if I may add, just me speaking as a man, don't quote me on it. You know, but me speaking as a man, who would say that shit wasn't even fucking set up
Right.
to make it to even furthermore, you know,
Tarnish this truth.
tarnish the truth, man. Who would say them motherfuckers wasn't in agreement? You know, like I said, don't quote me on it or nothing like that. Just me speaking as a man. Who would say them motherfuckers wasn't intertwined with that bullshit that happened? You know what it looks like. It's like, yeah, that was some sincere bullshit. But at the same time, it could have been some made up bullshit. But that's just me speaking as a man. Like I said, don't. But it's just, man, that they should know better, man. You know.
And you know what? I'll just add to that. That's not far-fetched. We're in Babylon the Great.
We in Babylon.
Well, false flags is a thing, you know, that they do. You know, so, you know, that's not far-fetched. Okay, it's, verse 4 that says, on these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets. I want to jump to something real quick. You brothers got it. This is Ecclesiastes, a.k.a. Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 1, and it reads, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord. You know, if you out here, you playing games with the Lord, man, you out here, you know what I'm saying, on some old, you know, money, big bag, grab shit, whatever your agenda is, you follow what I'm saying, and it ain't about this truth. You know, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sin in remembrance.
Ooh.
So what's being said is that they're not keeping the Lord in all their thoughts, man. You doing shit like that, man. You ain't showing the proper fear. Because the proper fear keep you in check. Just like, you know, you do something at school, you know, you know what type of parents you got to have, they'll break your ass off something. You showing the proper fear. I ain't gonna do that because my mama gonna break out that belt, you know, talking about, and she wear a leather belt, you know. You ain't showing the proper fear. You know, and that's what these groups are doing, man. And like it's like, but you know, that could be a tarnish onto the ministry. Because Esau looking for all kind of ways, you know, so he's looking at all kind of loopholes. Verse 2, it says, forgive thy neighbor. It says, forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he had done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest.
Yep.
You gotta forgive one another, man. That ain't, you know, and like I said, just going back to the basics. You follow what I'm saying? You know, a brother slip up, this and that. You gotta show mercy. Brother was going into that in 1 Samuel chapter 24, and how Saul and King David, the future king at the time, how King David had showed mercy on the Saul, man. And Saul was at him. And Saul, so when the brother broke it down to me, you know, when Saul seen that, man, he wept. He wept.
Surely you're a better man. Surely you're a better king, man. So many words. When you go into it, like you show, I just rewarded you with evil. You ain't did nothing but good to me. But just promise, don't wipe my bloodline off. And shit, David just was, he told his son, Jonathan, you know, that ain't. That's how you understand a little bit more of why the Lord say David was a man after the Most High's heart. The sheer mercies of David. David had mercy, man. And he stayed, he ain't move unless the Lord told him, but the mercy of it, man. And how the Lord say what that is, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, you know, through your temptation, Lord, make a way for you to escape. Man, the Lord did that with David so many times, man. When David sent his men to Nabal, which means foolish, you know, and his wife, Abigail, if I'm saying it right, Salakia, if I'm saying it wrong, you know, shit, she came, the Lord put the spirit on her to come out there and calm David down and treat David, you know, with food and cakes and, you know, like, Lord, please, you know, she got off the horse, she bowed down, you know, she got off the ass and she bowed down. You know, like, look, this is that, he's a foolish man, you know, he's foolish, you know, and, hey, you know, please don't. You know, the Lord has actually used me to calm your wrath so you don't take vengeance and put blood upon your hands. The Lord make a way for you to escape through your temptations, man. You know, David was like, man, we're going to kill everything that piss on the wall. You know, we done went out there, we done guarded, protected this man and his sheep shears. You know, we just asked for a little food. And he talking shit. He's like, man, I don't know David or his father, Jesse. Man, I'm not about to get him a motherfucking thing, so to speak, as a nigga talk today. And David was heated. Yep. But through his anger, the Lord, that's how you know the Lord was dealing with David. The Lord made a way for our King David to escape, man. Yeah.
Not to add on his
right. Because the Lord, and mercy. Lord made a way for him to escape.
Hey.
That way he can be forgiven, because but that we ain't gonna get to. But
The scriptures also quote the scripture. I don't know exactly where it said. It says, "Be angry but sin not." Be angry but sin not.
Right.
Cause
that would have been like premeditated.
Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna you brothers got this. It's verse 3, and it says, "One man bears hatred against another, and doeth he seek pardon from the Lord."
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? You done did all this, then you gonna go back and whatever you call him the Lord.
Ask the Lord to forgive you, and you ain't forgive your neighbor. And when you go into that neighbor, the house,
Talking about
the community of faith, the
come.
households of faith. That's our neighbors, not the nigga that stay next door to you that blunt smoking, throwing cigarettes and trash and talking shit and committing adultery. That ain't our neighbors, even though it might be all of Israel is not Israel. Your neighbor is the men that's doing the work, the laboring with you. Though y'all have a disagreement, though y'all might not, see eye to eye, but what's the goal? Salvation. What's the doctrine? Shit, they teach the truth. So shit, that's your neighbor, man. Not a nigga that goddamn talking about your Jehovah and your Jehovah, Most High Christ bless and all that old bullshit, man. Yahweh and my way and the highway, shit, Egypt way, the Nile River way, all that. That's bullshit, man. That's not our neighbors, man. Our neighbors are the ones in the household of faith that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the community of faith, the brothers, the brothers, on our apostle elders on down, that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the women that try and get themselves in order, just as we try and get ourselves in order, man. That's the household. That's your neighbor.
And make no doubt about it, we do these videos to make a clear separation of ourselves from that type of foolishness, man.
That's right.
We don't condone none of that bullshit, man. Verse 4, and you brothers got it. It says, "He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself,
Right.
and doeth."
It say he shows no mercy unto a man which is like himself.
Like himself.
And what the Lord just said, on these two hang the balance. Love the Lord with all thy heart and treat thy neighbors thyself. But it say he shows he expected mercy from the Lord, but he shows no mercy to a man that is like himself. How you goddamn you'll forgive a nigga in the world before you forgive your brother, because you taking shit too fucking personal. You're not weighing the options, you off balance. You taking shit too personal. So he's like, man, that was intentional. He did that on purpose. No, man, we make mistakes it's just like the next man. We make fucking mistakes. But how the fuck you overlook a nigga in the world, but when it come down to the household, your house, it's all hell break loose when they violate your, disrespect you. No, man, you gotta show even more so, man, because that's your house. And we see how Saul destroyed his house.
That's right.
I don't want to write this out. We up that number starting our apostles and elders. Hey, we up the household of David, not of Saul. Not heaping destruction upon ourselves, man. Seeing the bigger picture, man. And again, on camera, off camera, man. Keeping these things in mind. Being mindful. You got it, bro.
And matter of fact, you're going into it. I hear it. It says, "And he showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself, and doeth he acts forgiveness of his own sin."
Right. How you don't show no mercy to a man that just like you, that make mistakes but believe in the Lord, looking for the same goal. But then you ask the Lord for a pardon. But you don't even pardon your brother. They say, how you gonna love the Lord but you hate the man that's on side of you? Roughly paraphrasing, the brother how you love the Lord and which you haven't seen, but you hate the man that you have seen. That's a false balance, man. And the Lord say a false balance is an abomination, man. That don't work like that, man. You got a man with the same mindset as you. It might not, y'all got different spirits, but y'all got the same goal. Y'all teaching the same thing. 100%. Brother in the camp, bro, you gotta, hey, shit, we all fuck up. We all make mistakes. We ain't fucking perfect. We striving for that, man. And it starts up in the conscience. Your mind, man. Recognizing and realizing, examining ourselves daily without being the faith, man. Giving diligence to make your call and election sure, man. Putting on as the elect, man. Endowering. What you going to that word endowering is same as giving diligence, man, to keep the unity of the spirit in bonds, man.
That's right.
That's the mindset we need to be developing, man. Anybody get on camera and prophesy and break down scriptures, but what you doing off that camera? How you treating your brothers, man?
Yeah.
Okay. It is how you treating your brothers, man.
You know what? That was an example of what they did on camera that shows how they be off camera as well.
Yeah.
It pulled out. It made a witness of their ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Con.
I got two more. You both got it. It says, he that is but flesh nourish hatred, who will he entreat for pardon of his sin?
Right. He that is but flesh, mortal.
Uh,
Nourish hatred.
nourish.
So who can he go to ask for a pardon, a spiritual gift? Because being pardoned is a spiritual gift, a spiritual release to being forgiven for your sins that you committed being carnal.
Verse 6, it says, remember thy end and let enmity cease.
Remember you die too. You're a
Yeah.
mortal man too. And let that bullshit cease, man. Because remember, you die too. You're going to be judged too. So before that even happened, remember, man. Let your bullshit, your anger, what you feeling, what you think, let that shit get, man, fuck that.
It says, corruption and death and abide in the commandments.
Right. Corruption and death, that's a part of what the brother just read before it broke off. But it's separation, abide in the commandments. That's your duty.
Verse
Take
7.
heed unto what the Lord is telling you to discipline. Matter of fact, one of you brothers grab me Ecclesiastes 23, start at 6. Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, and it says, verse 7, remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor.
No malice to thy brother.
Remember the covenant of the
And
highest.
remember the covenant of the highest. If you ain't bearing no malice to a brother that's next to you, the man in arms with you, who you salute, the motherfuckers in the world, they shouldn't even cross your fucking mind. They not a part of our reality, man. We see the separation. They don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh. And they damn sure don't show they belief in Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
That's
So
right.
that nigga over there, he ain't, there might be a time when you have to check a nigga in the world, like, look, bro, don't do that. I don't move like I don't know what you don't do that. I don't, But that shouldn't dictate your structure, your movement,
Right.
how you carry yourself, man. A nigga in the world. If you ain't bad, if you able to just you get along with your brother and man up with your brothers, that should be that's the poster. That's the billboard. Everything outside of that don't even fucking matter. Them niggas just passing by. Go ahead, huh?
Okay, it says, that bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the Most High and wink at ignorance.
Wink at it. Your brother do something to man, you wink at that, bro. Just like the Lord wink at our ignorances.
Yeah,
Our fuck ups, our shortcomings, our mistakes. How much more with your brother, man? They say put on as the elect. I mean, these things the Lord make it simple for us. We just gotta add it up. 1 plus 1 is what?
2.
2 plus 2 is what?
4.
Shit, 4 plus 3 is what?
7.
Completion.
Understanding. Yep, completion. That is
Complete mercy adds up to an understanding.
broke that down. I got 2 more you brothers got real quick. It says abstain from strife.
Abstain, avoid it.
Avoid it. And
Avoid it. Go ahead.
and thou shalt distinguish thy sins.
You shall distinguish. You should be able to discern, separate the two.
For a furious man will kindle strife.
A furious man will kindle it. I mean, he gonna light it up. He has no understanding. He's gonna go with his emotions, his impulses, fear, his anger. That feeds him and feels good, like you feed a fire.
And this is the point here, dealing with great millstone first and foremost. Verse 9 it says, a sinful man distinguish friends and maketh debate among them that be at peace.
Meaning he start bullshit. He take peace away from a peaceful situation.
That's lucky for that comment. I didn't mean that. I was talking about the other camps. That's what distinguished them from great millstone. So that was a word of that. But you brothers got it.
He take peace from a peaceful situation.
Yep.
I want to add on.
That was it on that though.
Hey, real quick, get your point out. Hold on. Get that real quick out.
This is Ecclesiasticus 23 and verse 6. Let not the greediness of the belly nor lust of the flesh take hold of me.
Don't let it take hold of you, man. Don't go with your impulse, what you feel and what you think, man. That's walking carnally, not spiritually. As your brother quoted what that is, Romans the 8th chapter.
Romans 8:6.
Yep, come on, go ahead, dog.
And give not over me thy servant into an impudent mind.
Into an imputing mind.
Disrespectful.
Just shameless, hard-headed. We got to pray to the Lord to help us, man. We can't do it alone. We understand. Obviously you understand that, man. You should. You got it, bro.
Keep going.
Yeah, go to 7.
Verse
Go to
7. Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the
We'll
mouth.
stop at 7. Come on.
He that keepeth it shall never be taken
And
in
this
his
word, they
lips.
say, hear ye children, the discipline of the mouth. The Lord speaks through the mouth of his prophets, his words, his spirit. The words that the scriptures say, John 6:63, the words that the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
That's right.
Well, y'all, hey, hear the word at the mouth. Read that over.
Verse 7. Hear, O ye children,
Yeah.
the discipline of the mouth.
Hey, coming from the men of the Lord, man.
Mm.
This word all around is discipline. It gives you discipline because it prepares you. It builds. It breaks you down. It builds you up. It prepares you, man. Okay. It gives you an understanding, man. All around the board. Go ahead,
He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips.
Never be taken. You'll never be confounded. Go ahead,
Verse 8. The sinner shall be left in his
In
foolishness.
his foolishness, because he's gonna reap what he sowed.
Both the evil speaker and the proud shall fall thereby.
And we're seeing it slowly but surely. We just hey, it ain't over yet. It say he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. But we seeing these foolish and these wicked ass niggas falling, man. We see it crumbling right before our eyes. We just pray and hope. I don't want to run this our Lord's will that we are part of that elect number, man. We able to endure and get the hell up out of here, man. It's too much shit going on for us to want to goddamn prolong our stay. It's too much pressure, too much hell we catch, man. Mental hell, physical hell, shit, both. Who want to fucking be in this shit, man? It's like, man, I don't love my motherfucking woman and children that much to constantly deal with what the fuck we got to deal with in Babylon.
Right.
So the Lord come first. Everything else centers around that, circles around that. It's too much, man. Like, brothers understand. Man, we catch hell here, man.
That's right.
I'm talking about you wake up and you know, man, it's going to be a fucked up day.
Yep.
It's going to be a fucked up day. Damn.
Something ain't gonna go right.
But it be such you know you just have to bear it. You can't rush it. You have to bear it. And it builds you when you just keep the faith of it. It builds you. You just know you have to bear it. Man, this, hey, man, hey. That's why the Lord say what, and then as you gain understanding as the Lord reveal these, what you read, what you quote, you know, what's engrafted and it printed in your mind. The Lord, He tests you, He shows you what it means truly. Not just you understanding and able to talk about it, but actually able to express it, explain it. Man, the Lord say you can't love your mother, your father, your children, your brother, your woman. None of that more than Him, roughly paraphrasing, man. And you understand why, man, this shit needs to stop.
Yep.
Right.
And the only way it's going to stop is through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. We just have to endure to the end, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And many other scriptures, man, but you brothers got it. You got it. Then after you brothers get y'all precept, you get everything y'all need.
Real quick, I just want to, full circle, wrap it up because y'all brothers was speaking on, forgiving your brother. You going to the Lord for forgiveness, but you ain't able to forgive the brother that's next to you that you see. And I'm gonna get right into it. This is Matthew's 18, red letter 2, Matthew 18 and I'm gonna start at verse 32.
Okay.
He says, okay, fine. It says verse 32. It reads, then his Lord, after that he called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desirest me. So you go into the Lord desiring for your sins to be forgiven, right? But this is what the scriptures say. It's verse 33. It says, shouldst not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? Hey, there it is, just bagging the brothers up, man. Hey, you have to forgive your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? You seeking mercy and the tender mercies from the Lord, man. You seeking salvation from the Lord, but you can't forgive the man that's swinging swords with you on the battlefield, man. Same mindset, same values, man. Same principles, but you can't forgive them. That's an imbalance. It's an abomination, man. And real quick, getting back to just speaking on You know, that the way those people was ISUPK and IUIC, you know, speaking on how they, you know, didn't display wisdom.
Shit, we ain't got, you know, shit, just, you know, we ain't got to even
Oh,
mention it,
so,
you know, but
well, right into
we
it.
gotta go ahead, we're just going for it, you know, they don't even need to, but the situation is meant for exhortation,
That's right.
you know, for edification.
God, this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 33. It says, "Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that have understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known." So, Jay, get back to what the brother was saying. You know, hey, what you've been doing in your leisure time, what you've been putting your studies and your eggs in what basket your eggs going in, man. You know, hey, what y'all been sowing, y'all reaping, man. All right, and it's not wisdom. All right, that display wasn't wisdom, man. That your foolishness been made known to the folk of Israel on camera. You know what I'm saying? So that's not it, man. And one more, and I'm going just real quick hits. It's going into, you know, ruling your spirit. This is kind. This is like I just heard it. Kind. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 32. It says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city." So, you know, that's just wisdom, man. You know, ruling your spirit. You know, having temperance. Those are the fruits of the spirit, man. You know.
I got a quick precept to back the brother's situation. I'm done. Then one of you brothers grab one of the brother Karatazar's precepts.
Okay.
He sent it to the text one.
Okay.
But after the brother, we'll close out on the brother Karatazar.
Okay, that's all.
All right, this real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 20, verse 31. "Better is he that hides his folly than a man that hides his wisdom."
Even a fool that shut up his mouth is counted wise. You know, obviously you couldn't hide your folly in that situation. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't hide it. You know, the flesh won, and it was displayed.
It damn sure ain't promote no wisdom.
It didn't promote. It didn't edify.
Well, it edified. It edified on the other end, us.
Con.
You know, starting our apostle on down, man. Our elder, apostle and elders on down, man, because it just showed us even more of how not to be.
That's right. Examples.
Examples.
Even them for the truth, nothing against the truth before.
Before,
right.
right? That's it.
right, bro.
That's right. Yeah, brother, gotta go. That was it.
I had some precepts.
You gotta go.
Maybe.
I'm done.
You had,
Sure.
you can go ahead and get yours up.
That's very short. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, 22. "Abstain from all appearances of evil." And they appeared to what they did was make Israel appear to be evil. You have gun toting, you know, now they hold guns, they're on the street corner, they fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bunch of gang, you know, they got masks on and all this. It really makes us look real negative. Our appearance looks real negative, you know? And like the brother said, when Esau wants to come down on us, he only has to look and make a compilation of people holding, you know, Israelites holding guns and with masks on and
Teach them to count
and
with them.
fighting, put it in black and white and shake the camera.
You can't be no coward and be a part of
You
us.
can't be a coward and have I'm a rape and all. Look, they really was going to make us look bad, man. That right there is not how we're supposed to be handling ourselves, man. You made us look real bad in front of the world, man.
They shit ain't not us.
Hey,
Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Oxalot.
yeah, not us. We use it for edification, but the world don't see us as that.
Right.
The world look at us as a bulk, as you know. We all come at, you know,
Category Israelites.
right, categorize us as one, man. So right there, man, we supposed to what? Not have the appearance of evil. We're supposed to be meek, humble. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Come on.
You know, not these and them. You know, that's it.
And you know that separates the house of Saul and the house of David. Because the house of Saul was vengeance over bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even nothing else, but they look for they suck bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
House of David, man, look, man, leave me alone, you know, none of that. No vengeance, none of that. You know, that ain't none of that. I don't, you know, none of that. Tend to the sheep. Move forward, not backwards. You know, I know I'm being falsely accused, but hey, it don't even let the Lord handle that. These guys, they taking it upon their own selves, man. But you got it, bro. Who got precepts? We're gonna go ahead, bro.
You know, I'm glad I let you go because it's gonna tie in all the same. You know what I'm saying? So this is Ephesians. This Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. It says that he put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. And we can clearly see them niggas ain't put off that old man. Oh man, once you come to this truth, once you come into this household of faith, man, you gotta put them old ways that you had harboring in your mind, you gotta put that to the side,
Keep
man.
it in check too.
You know? And like we always like to say, once you bury that old man, you gotta sit right there with that shovel. If he start to creep up, put that damn shovel back on his head, man. You know, so hey, we can see that there was no discernment right there, man. You know what I'm saying? To discern, okay, let's take the low road. Yahushua was always about taking the low road, man, taking the meek, being the meek, man.
What do you say?
Being
Learn to me,
humble.
I'm meek and I am humble.
Verse 23, it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Change your mind, man. Change your spirit. According to the scriptures, man. According to the Lord's word. You know?
Like you go to the store and buy a fucking mop and a broom, buckets and shit, and spray, clean your fucking house. This word is what you use to collect, but hey, change your mind, to clean your mind up, man. Brainwashing. Ephesians 5:26, man. Ain't nothing wrong with brainwashing. If you wash your ass, then you washing dirt off of it. So if you washing your mind, you washing bullshit off of it.
That's right.
The spirit, man. It's the spirit that quickens, man.
That's right. Verse 24. And that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and in true holiness.
You've been working all day. You got filth all on you. You go home, take a shower. You get out that shower. You feel like a brand new man. You clean and you, oh yeah, shit. You ready to eat. You ready to relax now.
Right.
You know.
I got a precept for that.
Let me go and grab this real quick, and then we're gonna get this out of the way. This is Matthew, not jumping to Matthew 18, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, and at the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Verse 2, and Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them. And he said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So we gotta be humble in this thing, man. We gotta be like as a little child, man. Humble down, man. Hey, you ain't gotta take a victory or win every time, man. Sometimes it's good to take that L, take that low road, man. You know? Hey, but that was it.
You look at your child when you chastising your children. You whooping their ass. They didn't win all you can constantly one-on-one, and then you finally lay down the law on their ass. That child next 5 after you done, they still love you. They still come tell you good night, good morning, I love you, bye daddy. You know, that's how we ought to be, man. Because we actually deserve it, man. Just as well as, a child that keep fucking up after you didn't warn them. The Lord warned us. We kept fucking up. He laid down the law on our ass, man. So we still got to be as that newborn, like to start over and be as a child that humbly like, hey, understand, receive it, and still love their father. No matter what, man. Yahushua said it best. He said, yeah, his sheep hear his voice, and they follow him so he goes, man. Roughly paraphrasing it, man. So it don't matter what we go through in this truth, this faith, like Apostle Gabal always say, this thing of ours, you still have to keep your integrity in the Lord, your faith in the Lord. The brother was just quoting your confidence in the Lord, Hebrews 10 chapter around the 35th verse. Confidence and faith is synonymous with one another, man. Like endeavoring and diligence, synonymous with one another. You brothers got it.
just a quick one, then you get the brother stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And we close out.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So, you know, this truth, you know, when you first start, you getting this truth, man, you a baby, man. You know, your mind, you know, then there's some things you gotta work on. There's some things you gotta get right, you gotta grow from, you gotta become better. By being carnal, it's like you just age backwards. Like, oh, what's that movie, Benjamin Buttons? Like, you really, like, when you do something like that, man, it's like, man, what's the point of it, man? You know, it's like you ain't growing, man. You know, and then in this truth, we got to always put that best foot forth, man, and keep walking in this faith. You know, a just man will fall 7 times, but to get back up, man. You know, so I mean, yeah, we're gonna trip, we're gonna fall, man, but we're gonna keep moving forward, man, as we supposed to. You know, so you got to put away those worldly feelings, those worldly emotions that we are so used to feeling, and we got to get rid of that shit, man. Cause that shit bad for the spirit, man. And then you'll find yourself right back in that same place you was before you became in this truth, man.
Vain, unprofitable, and full of nothing but fucking regret.
Right. What's that?
And another thing, them children are so innocent. You know, another attribute about them is like you never saw a bunch of children go to war with each other, like a big melee of a bunch of children. That let you know that right there you wasn't that child on the lap. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the attributes of a child.
They should surely
They'd
drink
be
this
back.
cup.
Yeah, they'd be back playing with each other.
Mhm.
You know, they'd be back out there best fucking friends. Was kicking, throwing dirt, you know, had a little argument, a little scuffle, whatever. Back friends again like nothing. You never saw the big melee like that. That lets you know there's something else to look
That's a
at. You know?
beautiful knowledge. We'll close out on what you got.
Okay, God, this is Brother Karatazar. Hey, Shalom,
Shalom.
This is Isaiah 42 and verse 21, and it reads, "The Lord Yahweh is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable." And that's real, you know. When it's all said and done, all that the Lord has set forth gonna come to pass. Not what man do, you know. You have being wicked and whatnot. Yeah, we understand that you being used as an example of not what to be. You know what I'm saying? What not to be. Because like it says in the scripture again, the Lord Yahweh is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. That's not being righteous, man. I tell you, you know what I'm saying? Showing the world you're a bunch of niggas. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. He will make it honorable. Because when it's all said and done, he's going to make us a nation of kings and priests. Everybody going to have to adhere to this word.
Right.
You know?
And you got something else? Or that's it?
Psalms. You want to go in on?
Oh, no. I was just going to add to it. Like, hey, you got to walk it how you talking. Talking how you walk.
Hey,
You know, the only thing they going to have on the men of the Lord is bearing false witness.
That's right.
But when it comes to actual proof, what's been shown, what's been seen, how we've been conducting ourselves, I mean, you ain't got no choice but if you wicked to make up something.
Sure.
You know,
That's right.
False witness.
bearing false witness, man. You ain't see that. You bearing false witness because you ain't witnessed that because it was never nothing to witness.
Right.
You had something?
This is the last one.
Okay, come
Yeah,
on,
this is
we
that one.
close out.
Yeah, come on. This is Psalms 46 and verse 10, and it reads, "Be still and know that I am the power. I am power."
Be calm, be sober, be still, be grounded, be rooted in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Know that he is Yahweh. His son is the Savior, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead,
I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth.
Facts.
Just like that.
Just like straight like that.
Straight like that.
You know, break that down. It's like I say, in the end, it's gonna be what the Lord say. Point blank period. Hey,
And with that, out of Warren Rothazar, Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. We're going to start off giving infinite honor, glory, and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakam, double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach the truth 100%. No cut, double shalom, salutation that I can push this word across the 400 true faith, sincerity, giving all diligence. Corner elect Yasha Allah, Bob Ball,
Bob Ball,
DTA.
DTA.
Shalom.
Shalom.